What's up, everybody? Celtics here back with another video with those 10s and 20 views. Fix the bottom bar. You'll see it pop up in a few seconds. I have changed the gaming channel's name once again. I need to fix the description after this. It was the Haunted Forest Gaming Network. Then it was just Haunted Forest Gaming. Now, as it comes across bottom, you'll clearly see it's just Celtic Scarecrow Gaming. Pretty simple. Just makes it easier to find everything else. But that is where video game content will go. So, video game review, the Monster Hunter ranking things will go there. All my Twitch streams will be uploaded there. A game like Dante's Inferno, which I did not upload to YouTube, I will play it, edit it, and then throw it there. But all that is also my the VTube gamer side of things. It's not me, it's my V2 model. Which, if that channel takes off and Twitch takes off, I can afford to get an actually decent one, something similar to this guy. But enough of that. Today's Saturday, means time for some reactions. We're going kind of back to the well. We're going back with the Fat Electrician, but this is his side channel. I just plugged my secondary channel. Let's go to his secondary channel, The Fat Files, which is basically cool history stuff or cool stuff that he finds interesting that's not military related and he wants to talk about it. This was where he talked about Waffle House, and today we're doing Burger King versus McDonald's, the patty rivalry. Personally, Burger King fellow, like their buns a little better, like their fries a little better. Also, in college I went from 175 to 200 quickly, and I blamed a lot on how greasy and fattening McDonald's burgers are. But that's it. Let's go over here. See, Fat File logo is above the head. Name of the videos here. Link to the video will be in the descriptions, along with all the other Fat Electrician normal stuff that I put on with him. Enough of me talking. Let's get to it.
Alright, I'm just going to be honest with you.
It also helps if I actually plug the goddamn headphones in.
All of the research for this video started because of a meme, and honestly, it could not have went any better. Today we're talking about
meme.
Burger King. Okay, look, I have been sent this meme 10,000 times in the last month. I'm not sure why. It must have went viral somewhere. Basically, the United States military has a Burger King that they can deploy anywhere on the planet in 24 hours. So this...
It's also a slight flex on all the monarchies. Yeah, you're king, we have the Burger King.
Piqued my interest for obvious reasons. I mean, nothing says you're outclassed like watching a foreign military drive a Burger King out the back of a cargo plane. Bearing that in mind, I thought to myself, surely this is an incredible business that I should look into because they probably have a really impressive business model, and I was partially correct because it was definitely worth looking into. There is not an impressive business model behind this company, okay? Not only is there not an impressive business model, there's not even really a business model, okay? As far as I can tell, Burger King was literally founded to troll McDonald's, and that has pretty much been their only...
And I gotta say, if that's the only reason why you're founded is to troll another company, and you have existed for as long as you have, you're winning.
...mandate ever since. But first, a word from our sponsor.
Delete me.
Yeah, delete me.
You were hired for one ad only. You're done.
There can only be one.
Do something.
You're on your own. His boobs are bigger and he just made a Star Wars Highlander reference.
Is that veteran with a sign there? Oh god, that's good.
Anyways, Delete Me, biggest sponsor of the channel. You guys know the deal by now. You give them money, they make sure the data brokers on the internet are not selling your personal information. These data brokers are legally required to stop selling your information if you ask them to the right way. Unfortunately, each data broker has a different right way. And Delete Me knows all of them. Not only do they go and they get all that information taken down, they continue to monitor all these data brokers in case they get your information again, and then they tell them to quit selling it again. Buh! You can actually do all that yourself. Buh! I mean, yeah, you could. You could also wire your own house and grow your own food, but at some point it becomes more cost and time effective to just let the professionals do their job, and plus, they'll probably do a better job to begin with. I mean, here's the results they got for me. They reviewed over 18,000 listings from over 180 different data brokers and gotten over 3,000 listings removed almost every single month. And to be honest, I have absolutely no idea how long that would have taken me to do it if I decided to do it myself, but I'm 100% sure I would rather just pay Delete Me like $6 a month to do it for me.
Also, you don't know every company that potentially has your data broker. So, if one of the things, just go with the trusted ads.
So if you're like me and you wanted to give Delete Me a try, I'm going to have a link and a discount code down below. Let's get back to the video. All right, our story begins in 1954 when the founders of Burger King, Keith Kramer and Matthew Burns, went out to San Bernardino, California, and ate.
I was born. No. My parents were married? San Bernardino County. Yeah, San Bernardino County, Montclair, California, where I was born. Then my parents, when I was less than a year, moved to New Jersey.
At the very first McDonald's, and they're like, holy shit, what a brilliant business model. They're selling cheap hamburgers through a drive-thru, just maximizing profits. It'd be a really good idea if we stole this exact business model and then took it over to the East Coast and started it in Jacksonville, Florida. They got a piece of equipment known as the Insta Broiler that they thought was going to be a faster and more efficient way to cook hamburgers, and opened up their very first Insta Burger King. And just like McDonald's, it was very successful right out of the gate. They rapidly started opening up new franchises all over the country. Now, the way they did franchises in the beginning was, well, it was kind of fucking stupid, to be honest with you. The way they did it was they would basically sell the rights to a district or a region of the United States to a franchisee, and that franchisee could then put up as many Burger Kings in that area as they wanted, and there was really no rules whatsoever. And what this meant was it was a restaurant and it said Burger King on the outside, but if you went to a different district where a franchisee ran their business completely differently, you were going to a different Burger King, but it was basically a completely different restaurant. The only similarity was that they both sold hamburgers, which kind of makes sense from this eye in the sky point of view. But
also, if you're different kings, you would want to rule your little kingdom in your own unique way. But as a business model, you kind of want everything, uniform. Kind of like all I just did with all my YouTube channels.
From a consumer standpoint, it was very confusing. And this goes on for over a decade. They continue to open up franchises all over the United States. The entire company gets bought and sold out on 3 separate occasions during that initial 10 years. And then in 1967, all 274 Burger King franchises get bought out by Pillsbury for $18 million.
Wait. Pillsbury? The dough company? All right.
Sir.
I'll get it together. I promise.
And the man from Pillsbury that gets put in charge of Burger King is an executive by the name of Norman Brinker. 2 things he does right out of the gate.
Norman's an old person's name. I was it's one of those names that's going away, which means that at some point it's going to start being very common again.
He standardizes Burger King across the board. We're not going to have any more of this you have this experience in this district and this experience in that district. No, we're going to standardize it. All Burger Kings are going to be relatively the same. That way, when somebody's going from a different location to a different location, they can expect to find the same menu items and have relatively the same experience. And the second thing he does, he kicks off the long-standing Burger King tradition, and quite honestly, as far as I can tell, the only business model they've ever had of shit-talking McDonald's, because he launches a major ad campaign basically saying that Burger King is better than McDonald's because Burger King has bigger burgers. So,
well, if you're just going for cheap food, and I got a burger that's quarter pounder for $1, and I can get a 1/3 pound burger for $1, I'm going with the slightly bigger burger. It's pretty easy.
But naturally, McDonald's, being a good sport about it, launched a retaliatory ad campaign. No, I'm just kidding. They actually kicked off their long-standing tradition of having frivolous lawsuits against rivals. They tried to sue Burger King and lost, which is honestly a pretty...
Which, if you know that they're selling a quarter pounder, which I think is McDonald's thing, and then you say, well, our burgers are 1/3 pounders, we're not lying.
Incredible lack of a sense of humor on McDonald's part, considering that their mascot is a clown. So Burger King continues...
True.
To smack talk McDonald's. McDonald's continues to cry about it. The next big thing that Burger King does is they start landing licensing agreements with big companies like Lucasfilms and Disney. And for my inner child, this is my favorite part, because this is an objective fact that Burger King had the best Happy Meal toys my entire childhood, okay? They start having Happy Meal toys of all the upcoming
I want to say Burger King had the gold Pokemon cards that I really wish I got as a kid, because they'd be probably worth a shit ton right now.
Disney movies, they start having memorabilia for the Star Wars movies. They had literally the best Happy Meal toy of all time, the golden Pokemon card, okay? I remember when I was like 7, 8 years old, opening up that Pokeball case and thinking that I was immediately a millionaire like fucking Scrooge McDuck.
If you kept it in good conditions, you probably are a millionaire like Scrooge McDuck.
Was the best toy ever as a child. This is brilliant marketing on Burger King.
Bunny Check's a really good movie.
King's part, because let me tell you, as a child, I viewed going to Burger King as an investment opportunity, okay? I was trying to convince my parents to go to Burger King breakfast, lunch, and dinner so I could get more gold and become rich. By the 1980s, Burger King is absolutely losing to McDonald's on the business front, so they have the horrible idea of like, hey, you know what would help if we added a bunch of random shit to the menu to give people more options? Okay, this is a horrible idea. I've said this once, I'll say it again because I wholeheartedly believe it. Adding more options is almost never a good thing on the business front, especially in the restaurant industry.
Unless you're going like simple, where you're like, all right, cool, we have burgers and chicken patties, done, boom. But as soon as you start adding like salads, I think that's all like awful other things. Like you should have like your business model should just be like a restaurant, not like a restaurant. A fast food chain should only really have like 3 things. You're either getting a burger or a chicken sandwich and French fries, done.
It's a hamburger made out of meat on a bun with nothing. Add ketchup if you want. I couldn't care less.
I mean, look at Chick-fil-A. I did a whole video on that previously. It is pound for pound easily the most effective and profitable fast food chain in the world right now. They've got
The Lord's Chicken, and they take a day off.
1/7 as many locations as McDonald's. They're only open 6 days out of the week as opposed to 7, and each Chick-fil-A outperforms a McDonald's by a factor of like...
Yeah, Wendy's. I used to love them, but they lost all like inside appeal. Actually, all these places did. Domino's is actually on the menu, on the board.
20. And look at what they're doing. They're selling chicken sandwiches. That's it. They've got one fucking menu item and they're wrecking house. Okay, KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid. Overcomplicating shit almost never works. I mean, look at German engineering. Oh my god, everything they work on is an engineering marvel. It's so complex. Nobody else could possibly keep up. Keep up at what? Losing fucking world wars? Ask any mechanic on the planet if they want to work on a BMW. They're going to say fuck no, because it's an overcomplicated piece of shit. But
Now, most mechanics that I know rather work on like some Ford or Toyota from like the 2000s and earlier, where it's just, all right, cool, this, and I'm done.
that's what Burger King does, desperately trying to keep up with McDonald's. Over the course of the next decade, it drives the franchise straight into the ground, and by 1989, they have to end up selling to some big European conglomerate, Grand Metro, for $5.7 billion. Oh,
Still, that's a profit for Pillsbury.
wait, I almost forgot literally the worst and scariest part of this entire video. In addition to adding a bunch of different items to the menu, one of the items that they added was a bigger version of the Whopper, because McDonald's around this point in time came out with the Quarter Pounder, so Burger King wanted to one-up them, so they came up with the Third Pounder, okay? Not a horrible idea. Bigger is better, great marketing ploy, okay? What they underestimated was how fucking stupid people are.
Yeah, like I know a third pounder is 33% of a pound. A quarter pounder is 25% of the pound. 33 is bigger than 25. But people hear 1/3. It's like, oh, that's a lower number. Therefore, it's lower.
Okay, the 1/3 pounder was a complete flop, and nobody could figure out why. For
It's kind of funny that I did not watch this video, and I put it out that if you made the same number of
the
references.
life of them, it was basically the same price as a Quarter Pounder. Literally more hamburger for the same amount of money. So they did a bunch of market research, and what the market research found out was the average person at a glance thought that the Quarter Pounder was the better deal because 4 is a bigger number than 3.
And we wonder why they wanted to get rid of the Department of Education. Whether or not that happened or not, who knows, but that's basic fraction.
I don't believe you.
Okay, do you understand how fucking stupid that is? That's like calling up a pizza place and being like, hey, can you do me a solid? I want to order a large pepperoni pizza, but instead, can you cut it into 12 pieces instead of 10? Because I'm really hungry right now. I swear, every time I think about this, I have an existential crisis, okay? Like,
That's why I think me and Nick would get along to an extent, because it's just like, there's like, basic stupidity. Granted, dyslexic, can't spell for shit, but like stupidity like this makes me look at people going, how did you make it this far in life?
All right, look, I'm not saying I don't like democracy necessarily, but every time I hear shit like this and I know that these people's vote count for as much as my vote does, fucking, we're just gonna move on.
Yeah, good call. Good call.
And this is where we get to the Burger King that we really know today, because Grand Metro has a two-pronged approach on how to turn this company around. Prong one, they're going to expand globally, have Burger Kings all over the world. That part works out really well. The second prong, they're going to double down on historically what has worked for Burger King, primarily continuing to get licensing deals for awesome kids meal toys and shit-talking McDonald's. So we're just...
Well, that's 3 prongs, but, you know, he said 2.
Gonna go ahead and go right down the list of their greatest McDonald's trolls of all time. There's their unofficial slogan, why eat with a clown when you could dine with a king? There's that time that they had a Burger King dress up as a McDonald's for Halloween. Then there's probably one of the best ads I think I've seen in my entire life. There's
I didn't know that one.
multiple videos and accounts on the internet of people that have had a McDonald's hamburger for like 25 years, and the thing hasn't aged. It doesn't mold, it doesn't deteriorate. It looks very similar to the day that it was bought. So Burger King, obviously taking a shot at McDonald's with this, made an ad where they showed a Whopper getting moldy and decaying over the course of 34 days. Literally just saying the quiet part out loud, like,
We're using actual real food. What are you really getting into McDonald's?
is our food good? No, not really, but at least bacteria is willing to eat it, unlike McDonald's. Okay, that's an incredible ad. Literally scientifically proving in like 30 seconds flat that they are healthier than the competition is brilliant. But just for the record, I am absolutely not saying that Burger King is healthy for you, okay? The bacon...
If you're getting food through like a drive-through, it's not healthy. No matter what it is. Even Chick-fil-A, they can say all they want. They're not healthy.
King has like 2,100 calories just in the sandwich, okay? I ate one like 3 weeks ago. It felt like my cardiovascular system got shifted into 4 low for like 3 hours. But it did taste better than a Big Mac, so there is that. Which brings me to my next point. Their burgers are substantially bigger than McDonald's, and they like to prove that in the funniest ways possible, one of which is with one of the most iconic ads of all time, the Tiny Hands ad.
Have a BK
Oh, God, yes. I remember this commercial.
double cheeseburger with us.
Nah, I'm gonna hit McDonald's at halftime.
Are you kidding?
I have these tiny hands, and that BK double cheeseburger is so big, it's gonna make them look even tinier.
Then there was that time when the new It movie premiered in Germany. They effectively turned the entire It film into one major advertisement for Burger King.
Trust the clown.
And while those ads are funny and memorable, at the end of the day, it's just clever marketing. It's not actually trolling the enemy, which they also excel at. So you know how Burger Kings are always like right next to or across the street from a McDonald's? Well,
In my town, we had Burger King first. Then McDonald's came in, but then Burger King left. So McDonald's technically took over my town. You know, most people in my town would rather go to, Burger King.
well, somebody at Burger King got the brilliant idea. They're like, hey, we've got this mobile app. What if we came up with a way to make it so people were incentivized to go to McDonald's to order food from Burger King? They created what they called the Whopper Detour, and basically what they did is they used the GPS tracking inside of the Burger King app, and if you were inside of a McDonald's location while you were ordering on your phone from Burger King, they would only charge you $1 for a Whopper, effectively driving more business over...
Oh, why did I not know that? I would stop at the Burger King in my town, and as I'm going to the mall to do Christmas shopping, I would have ordered, oh God, that would have been
to
brilliant.
Burger King selling cheaper hamburgers, but also giving the illusion that people were walking into McDonald's, standing there for a few minutes, and then leaving empty-handed and dissatisfied before walking next door to Burger King. And my personal favorite troll actually happened this year in 2024. What happened was, over in
Okay, this video is slightly old. But
Ireland, there's a small chain of like 100 restaurants called Supermax. And McDonald's has effectively been trying to sue this company because apparently Supermax is infringing upon their trademark of the Big Mac, and they've been taking them to court for a couple of years, and they...
the Super Mac? Oh, come on. Shamey. Why are they going after, like, this is like when, like, LeBron James went after, and I'm slightly giving away where I'm at. LeBron James and Taco Bell went after one of my close local businesses because forever the dude owned the phrase Taco Tuesday. It's like, dude owns it. Bite me. It's why we have patents for a reason.
They recently just
Also, look at some of the dumb patents celebrities have, and then tell me that that was just a stupid lawsuit. Like, LeBron James' patents are insane. He's going after a guy because, he has Taco Tuesday.
lost in court, effectively losing their trademark for the Big Mac term in all of the European Union. So Burger King immediately quit selling Whoppers and is now selling not Big Macs at every BK in Europe. And McDonald's can't do a single thing about it because they lost the trademark to the term Big Mac, and it's absolutely beautiful. And while the savagery was pretty uniquely pointed at McDonald's in particular for a long time, it's kind of leaked out and now anybody can get it ever since.
This is also kind of what Wendy does. Wendy, just trolls everybody on the internet, and people love it.
Burger King got Twitter. They're just clapping back at everybody online. In 2018, Kanye tweeted that McDonald's was his favorite restaurant, to which BK reposted and just said, "That explains a lot," which is a tweet that is just aged like fine wine. In 2021, on International Women's Day, Burger King tweeted, "Women belong in the kitchen."
Also, it's the Burger King of the UK, so you want to take shots at Burger King, go after the UK version of them.
Now, to their credit, the first comment made immediately after that tweet and pinned by Burger King was explaining how women only account for 20% of chefs and they wanted to get more women involved in the culinary industry. However, people aren't clicking into the comments section and reading the comments once they read that. They're just clicking and immediately getting pissed off and typing something furiously. So once again, Burger King gave the average person too much credit on their intelligence, and nobody actually read the secondary part where they had a heartfelt message of trying to, get women into the workforce. No, people were just immediately pissed. And then who could forget December 9th,
Yeah, I've seen that with some of the internet.
2024, right after the man that assassinated the healthcare CEO was captured after being identified by a McDonald's worker. Burger King allegedly tweeted, "We don't snitch."
This mother
Yeah, Burger King did say that.
don't miss.
Now, in Burger King's defense, that's not a real tweet, and they didn't actually tweet that. That was fabricated and then spread all over the internet after the fact. However,
They ain't gonna say it wasn't them.
fact that a lot of people had to go online and verify that that was a fake tweet speaks volumes. Which brings us to the...
It's like that video about who's most clutch. The guys Larry was talking about Larry Bird. And it's the fact that you just think the shot was gonna go in. You verify. Oh shit, maybe.
Burger King scandals, because let's face it, you can't troll this hard and be this savage on the internet, not go a little bit too far every once in a while, and they've done it. In 2009, they had the Whopper Sacrifice campaign, and you could literally download an app on your phone that would integrate with Facebook, and you could pick 10 people to delete off your friends list, and if you did it, it would send a message to that friend that you unfriended, and it would be like, you just got sacrificed for a Whopper, and then after you
Okay, that's actually pretty cool.
did that 10 times, you would get a coupon for a free Whopper. Apparently, a bunch of people got really mad about this. Personally, I think that's
That's brilliant because you want to give incentive people to get rid of those people that are on your Facebook that you just don't talk to and you friend them. I went to high school with Steve. I don't like Steve.
absolutely hilarious. If you're gonna get mad at me because I unfriended you on Facebook to get a free Whopper and you're not understanding, honestly, I don't know why we're friends to begin with in the first place. Okay, back when I did have Facebook, I would unfriend the best man in my wedding every year on his birthday and then re-add him the next day for no other reason that it was funny, okay? If you incentivized me with free Whoppers, I'd do it every day. And guess what? He would laugh every single day because that shit's funny.
Yeah, I think he'd be slightly pissed because you got to him first. He probably wanted to unfriend you to get his free Whopper. Just saying.
But this pales in comparison to their biggest scandal ever. In 2018, it was the Russian Soccer World Cup, and a Burger King franchise in Russia advertised and offered up $47,000 in cash and a lifetime supply of free Whoppers to any woman that would get impregnated by a World Cup soccer player. This was to, and I quote, get the best football genes and lay down the success of the Russian national football team. Now, on
That doesn't sound like a Burger King thing. That sounds like something Russia just wanted to do.
one hand, is that funny? My lawyer told me that I have to say no. On the other hand, could you imagine some Russian woman getting knocked up by a football player and immediately calling J.G. Wentworth?
It's my money and I need it now!
And the craziest part about all of this is that people
You have to get a DNA test to prove that.
weren't actually mad that Burger King was essentially incentivizing women to become gold diggers for Whoppers. No, the public outcry was essentially saying that this promotion excluded women that weren't capable of bearing children. No, I'm just fucking with you. But the fact that I had you going
I believe them.
for that long speaks volumes of the world that we live in today. So yeah, in conclusion, that is Burger King in a nutshell. They were basically founded to troll McDonald's, and now they just fuck with everybody for fun and sell hamburgers on the side. Is it a good business model? One that I would recommend that you pursue? Probably not, but also, I'm here for it. Thank you for watching. Best way to support the channel is go buy some merch over at thefatelectrician.com. Quack bang out.
Anything else?
You guys got to quit sending me memes. I don't think I'm mature enough to handle the internet.
Yeah, that was the Fat Electricians of Burger King versus McDonald's. Yeah, no, my favorite fast food used to be Wendy's, but they got really greasy. Sorry, Wendy's. And also, I'm not spending like $10 for a double cheeseburger and small fries. Well, I stopped really eating fast food. Not like I'm trying to watch my figure or anything. I don't mind the weight I'm at. I just want it better distributed. But that's it. That's all I have. I'm probably playing a game at some point today on Twitch. Go check that out. But until then, I'll see you weird people later.